got one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme and that's my whole life and that's one love, got one dream and that's one love, we got one scheme and that's one love, that's one theme and that's one love. One love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love, girl. All these girls keep chasing views like they doing something. They ain't doing nothing. And all these boys keep making moves cause they assuming something. Everybody doing fake friends like they crew or something. But all these people make my stomach sick like the flu or something. They crying X cause they prince is gone. We might just flex cause I'm money long. They selling sex cause it's selling strong. I might just bag a check girl and take you home. Yeah, real love I owed you, real love I showed you. I wish for once that you would back me up, but I can't expect that I know you. Cause we been there and then we came through it. Backstabbed and then we undo it. A lot of people said they come through, but when it came to it, ain't one do it. We got one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme and that's my whole life and that's one love, got one dream and that's one love, we got one scheme and that's one love, that's one theme and that's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I got my head down, arms are up. I didn't think life would be this rough. Back and forth, we went do-si-do, and then I packed my bags and I hit the road. We were making moves without a clue. I took my love away from you. Looking back, all regret. My chin is up and you puffed your chest. Cause we coming for the go, girl, we won't stop. Working and we grind until we hit the top. Everyone is waiting for the love that we are chasing, and the haters will be hating, but we won't stop. Cause we running and we gunning, so watch out cause we coming. One love, we in our feelings, and it's not gonna crumble, yeah. We got one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme and that's my whole life and that's one love, got one dream and that's one love, we got one scheme and that's one love, that's one theme and that's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love, girl. And you that one love, girl. One love. One love. One love. And you that one love, girl. One love. It's one love. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden. Playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions. That is my name that you speaking. All of y'all live for the weekend. I don't know what you believe in. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. She rocking the two-piece and look like a snack. Stay out of trouble, but I got a new scheme. I'm sipping on wine while they sipping on Axe. I done told y'all if I see it, I cop it. You see what we rocking, we dripping all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla, I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you're gonna learn something. Roll with me, you're gonna earn some. We in the forest like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we stay muddy. Too smart, but we stay study. Staying faced cause we too ugly. All these jokers think they too funny. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. It's too early in the morning for this shit. Let's get it. Yeah. Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is for activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3310 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busses, hustles, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everskin K2, flexing on all you
Catalina.
Welcome to the show. Welcome. It is Thursday, May the 29th, and we have a great show. We're going to get into a couple little tippy from the Swole fam, and we are also going to get into some questions. And of course, as those of you that are watching the live stream have experienced already, I am rocking the Swole White and the 7 Steaks today. It's a Swole White type of day. I've been cycling this through with Swole Gumby and a couple other ones, and it's a great nip cover. Welcome, Mark, Positive Charisma, Squeegee. We're going to read a couple of these comments in just a moment. We're going to go through some of the early chats, and then we will move right along. It's time for that tip, fam. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Rufus, what are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Get your shit together. It's the Swole fam. Let's get into the first Swole fam post. This one's from Alva.
What's in the box?
Alva says, morning, everyone. I am new to the Swole fam. I am excited to reset my health and fitness lifestyle, especially with Swole and the 7 pillars. You know what? That's funny, because this is Snow White and the 7 Steaks. Papa Swolio and the 7 pillars. Swole and the 7 pillars. That's a good shirt also. Well, welcome, Alva. Super excited to have you in the Swole fam, and I agree. Setting that foundation is everything. It's everything. It's really just that 7 pillars Swolosophy. It's having that foundational level. It's building from that. Think about when you build a house or you build a large structure, you need a strong foundation, and that's your foundation. And then you get to grow your life and what your goals are, and those things can sprout out of that foundation. Anamaria. Hey fam, I'm in need of advice from currently/past pregnant ladies. That's right, ladies, women, not pregnant people. So those of you that have popped out some spawn, you could drop it in the live chat. I am not one of those, so let's see what she's asking. Anamaria asks, I just found out that I am 6 weeks along, and I'm wondering how to adjust my weightlifting routine. I was in the middle/end of the 90-day dash around week 8, but I keep reading online that you should not lift much or avoid some exercises fully. Any advice on how to adjust/proceed? So those of you that have gone through this, you could drop your thoughts. I'd like to read some of those. What I am aware of is usually that's just the opposite of what you want to do. And I'm not saying push yourself to your limit, but your needs are going to change, and what you're capable of doing and what you feel comfortable doing is going to change as you go into your later trimesters. So 6 weeks along, you're not showing, and you probably really, like you just said, just found out. So you want to be, I'm not sure of, there's so many other factors as to how you're approaching your pregnancy. in terms of what you're going to do in terms of delivery and so on and so forth. Let me scroll down for the chat. My thing wasn't scrolling. Everyone says congratulations. Welcome, Alva and Anamaria. Congratulations from Loretta. Cerny says ask your doctor. I agree, or your health team. So it's really important that I wouldn't stop completely, because you're very early on, and being healthy is a reason why you got pregnant. LET says keep going until you're further along, then lift what you're comfortable doing. I did, and it was a game changer compared to friends that did nothing but gain fat. So that's literally my personal take on it. And of course, I hate referring to quote doctors and experts, because, they just want to medicalize. Pregnancy is not a medical situation. It shouldn't be. I hate how pregnancy is so medicalized. It's traumatizing for the mother. It's traumatizing for the baby. Everyone's trying to just inject you with all sorts of shit and just take you down like cesarean, and just cutting into your body and just racking up that hospital bill. It's such a commercialized practice. So that just freaks me out. So I just want to make, my advice would not be the traditional. And I agree with Ellie. Like, you wouldn't don't change your habits. Don't change your habits until the pregnancy progresses, and you adjust along the way. Obviously, maybe you are more mindful of impact things that you might be doing, or putting pressure on that area and things of that sort. Pam says, my pregnancy was so long ago, but my daughter-in-law was told she could continue with what she was already doing. She lifted the whole way through. Congrats on the baby. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. I love how much of a wealth of information the Swole fam is, even just during the live chats. And of course, everyone has so much experience on so many different topics, even if it's a question that doesn't apply to me personally. It's great. Abby says, keep lifting, especially first trimester. As you get bigger, adjust for comfort. Don't hurt yourself, but don't stop lifting for that long. Also, is it your first? I could lift way longer for my first. Okay. Abby said, the thing I stopped completely was running, because that really hurt my core. Yeah, I agree with Ellie. Ellie says, eat fatty beef, eggs, salt, lots of water, and I wouldn't listen to doctors if I were pregnant today. I feel like if we went down the rabbit hole, Ellie, we would agree with a lot of... It sounds like you're aware of all the nonsense these days. And also, let's see, Anamaria, getting back to your question, check out the prenatal yoga. You might not need something that's specifically prenatal yet. I mean, obviously you're currently pregnant, but we have prenatal and postnatal yoga. There could be some good moves and stuff in the prenatal, even though you're just recently found out that you are pregnant. It could be something to look into. Some good stretches and some good movements just to keep you, obviously there's no impact and things like that. Yin classes are great, and just avoid positions. I really, here's the thing that we're just talking about with the medical system and everything. Use your brain. Use your brain. And I'm not saying this because I'm not talking about Anamaria specifically. This is just in general. Your body is going to tell you if you're eating healthy and you're sleeping and you're paying attention. You guys know when you're doing an exercise and something just doesn't feel right, so you don't push it. You know when something feels off, it just feels different. There's something, you're going to know what you can and can't do. You're not going to push yourself to some limit when you can't do it, and your stomach hurts, and if you're pregnant, you're not going to just do something that feels horrible. Like common sense. Don't make a problem. It's not a problem, is my point. I think women are scared into thinking that there's something wrong with them, which is why birth rates are down, but also because it's so medicalized. Like, oh my God, they're going to stick me with needles and their injections and tubes, and they're going to cut my stomach open. you know, most people aren't healthy. So and I don't know, scheduling births, all this stuff. It's just, don't treat your life or don't treat your pregnancy like there's something wrong with you, is my point. Think about it in that way. Maybe if that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with you. Like, you're healthy, you're pregnant. That's a very positive thing. Life. So don't treat your life like there's something you have to work around. You're aware of it. It's part of you. You found out. And the reason why you just found out is because you didn't really know it until you found out. Eventually, it's going to be obvious. It's not a medical condition. It's not. So it's not you broke your leg. You have to stay off it for 4 to 6 weeks. If I sprain my wrist or twist something, I'm in a rice bucket. I don't stop moving it. I don't put it in a cast. They used to put sprains, people that sprain their joints, you know, you tear your ligament. They used to put people in casts. It's insane today. Today, you get an ACL, you get a surgery, and they're cranking on it like the next day. Like full strength, like mobilizing it. Back in the day, they used to, when you sprained your wrist or your ankle, you would put it in a cast and immobilize it, and then you'd lose complete functionality because everything would harden and stiffen, and you'd never get the use of your hand back or your ankle back, and people were limp, you know, people were all banged up. So it's just common sense and all these stories and all these techniques that my great-great-grandpappy used to X, Y, and Z. It's like a lot of these things are legit. A lot of these things are legit. Like classic and logic and common sense, and also things that we rediscover. It's not a new thing to keep it moving and to mobilize your joint in ice water and stuff instead of letting it get set and harden and petrify. Anyway, just some things to think about. Daniel, let's get into another post, but yeah, drop your thoughts in the comments. Any other pregnancy comments? Daniel says, one good thing about being off work with a broken foot, I can still train upper body, and it's only 8:45 a.m. and I've already gotten my morning Swolga flow in. I'm at the gym hitting chest and tries Swole. Still without a car due to dealing with insurance companies for an accident that was not my fault. I'm just glad my gym is at the end of my street. Got to make the best out of bad situations sometimes. Hashtag GTTFG. Getting it done, Daniel. Good stuff. Being off work with a broken foot and not missing upper body day. Based. Let's get into some more knowledge cock. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Alabastard from earlier says, just finished tearing up my back and getting those gains. How are you all? How is everyone doing? Let's get a round of applause for the fam. Welcome to the evening cast. Hashtag gains. That's a colorful card. Hashtag gains. Title of today's episode. It's a great day to make gains. Hashtag gains in the comments for a chance to win today's Swole card. Squeegee727 says, this is my first time being able to be live. I'm new to this. I'm currently very obese and just started the Swole journey this week. Started the elimination diet and some training. Well, welcome, Squeegee. You don't have to share your real name. But welcome to the Swole fam and stoked to have you on a live stream. Very awesome. There we go. That's great to hear. Let's get into a question from Instagram, and if you have anything you want to follow up with in the live chat, make sure you do so. Okay. Samuel S26. Papa Swolio, I'm lightly allergic to whey. Should I continue to take it, or should I try other protein like casein or egg white? Well, if I wonder what you're actually allergic to. It could just be the brand. It could be something in it. It could be the quality of that whey. So you have to be very careful, because if we say, oh, dairy's bad for me, well, it's because you're consuming pasteurized, ultra-processed dairy. You're not drinking raw dairy. You're not drinking, eating raw yogurt or kefir and you're not eating healthy food. So I'm not going to jump to that conclusion. But if you notice that when I take this specifically, I have then stop taking it, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't do something. This sucks when I eat it. I break out in hives. Stop using it. Get a beef protein. They make beef protein isolate. You can just get that. Well, that's an autoimmune issue. Mark said, might need to get a test done. That's how my buddy found out he had an autoimmune disease. Well, that's what this is. This is what I'm saying when we're talking about pregnancy. It's like, should I keep on exercising? Yeah, keep on doing what you're doing and just allow your body to let you know what you can and can't do. You're not going to do something that you feel uncomfortable with. Now that you're mindful, you're going to change maybe your training and your approach psychologically by default, because now you are with child, you're pregnant. So you're aware of it, which is good. That means you can make good choices. Don't go, your niece is having a 5-year-old birthday party. Don't go jumping around the bounce house, maybe, So if you're allergic to something, eliminate it. This is why we do the elimination diet. This is why people that are joining the Swole fam, that's the first thing. That's one of the first things that you want to do is get into an elimination diet and start cutting these things out. So it doesn't just have to be whey. So yeah, you should try something else that doesn't give you a fucking allergic reaction. Damn, man. Shit. We're fucked. We're cooked. Our society is cooked, man. You need to ask me that question on Instagram stories. That had to be answered. That had to be submitted on Instagram stories. Hey, I'm eating this food and it makes me shit my fucking brains out and I feel bloated and gassy for a day. Should I keep eating it? No, you retard. Oh. Question from Yup, I'm Thomas. Papa, I'm trying to eat as much as I can, but I'm still so skinny. Any recommendations? I wanted to read this with an Asian accent. Papa, I try to eat as much as I can, but I am still so skinny. Any recommendation? Because when I got to that, I'm still so skinny. I think I just thought like me so horny or something. Me so skinny. Me so skinny. I still so skinny. I try to eat as much as I can, but I still so skinny. Okay. Well, yep, you're Thomas. Yep, you're retarded. No, well, maybe. Sounds like it. Down syndrome? No. I'm trying to eat as much as I can. Well, you're not eating enough. Eat more. Like, you're skinny. Are you putting on muscle? Are you lifting heavy weights? Eat more food. Your body and calories and the laws of energy don't really care if you're trying or not. The laws of thermodynamics don't care if you're trying to eat more. Okay, you did or you didn't. This is why I'm just going to this is why members like Maximum Swole, because it's so focused on progressive overload on like a specific function. It's like, it's very quantitative. It makes you feel good about your training. You have direction. You have a guide. You have something that you can base adjusting things on. You don't have to question, is this working? You can see objectively, it is working. Keep doing that. Pull back on this. Tweak this. Law of energy, you need a surplus. And a surplus doesn't necessarily mean a lot more. And it doesn't really necessarily have to be a surplus. You need enough. You need enough protein. You need enough carbs and fat. You need enough micronutrients. You need enough of those. You know, whether it's 140 grams of protein, 160 or 170. Okay, that varies. And there's a range. Your body is only going to use so much, and your body might fluctuate on how much it needs week to week. And, you know, so it's easier, again, it's easier to eat in a surplus. So this is why just the classic culture is eat in a surplus. Yeah, because who's really getting that analytical, and who really has that much control, and who wants to spend that much energy micromanaging every last fucking gram as if the body is a perfect system? You know, it's just easier to just eat half a steak more. It's just easier just to fucking just give me a little bit more meat. More is better than less in most cases, right? When you're trying to put on muscle. So that just become a default, and then a surplus just kind of stuck. But of course, you can just increase your protein intake slowly over time and minimize fat storage and just kind of keep on giving your body when it needs more and just kind of bump it slowly rather than just eating excess and getting extra calories and maybe storing some fat. But if you're not getting bigger, you don't want to put on fat. You want to build muscle. So you have to get stronger. Are you getting stronger? If you're not getting stronger, you're not building muscle. So you want to get stronger. And eat more and measure it and quantify it. And then you know objectively how much you need to eat. And then force it in your mouth regardless of if you feel like throwing up or not. I'm telling you, that's what it can often take to put on weight if you're just trying to put on weight, period. But you don't want to be just fat. You want to put on muscle. A little ranting there, but good stuff. Positive Bob Ross. What a name. Do you think everyone should go to the gym? Well, that's a very hyperbolic question, so my answer is yes. Everyone should go to the fucking gym. And of course, people are going to do a lot of different things. So it doesn't matter if I think everyone should go. I'm not saying everyone has to literally go. But if you're asking me one of those like general, if you had one exercise on a deserted island, you're only allowed to do one exercise. What could it be for the rest of your life? Someone's watching you. What would be the one exercise you would choose for the rest of your life? You could only do one thing. Yes, everyone should go to the fucking gym. Retarded Bob Ross. That one was, yeah, Bob Ross was super chill. Super chill. Should I do a show? I should do shows like Bob Ross, like, yeah, we have one here from Chris 657. Let's just read that little sentence he wrote right here. I have a healthy diet, but I have the bubble guts. Questions today. I have a healthy. I don't have it in me today, fam. I don't think I got it. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right, let me read this in its entirety. God, you're fucking killing me, Smalls. Chris 657 asks, I have a healthy diet. I'm gonna let that hang like a fucking just like a dong. I have a healthy diet, but I have the bubble guts 24/7 or stomach hurts. I have a healthy diet, but I have the bubble guts 24/7 or stomach hurts. Well, my friend, your diet fucking sucks. Can we separate the healthy diet. This is why, hey, join the Swole fam, Chris, because we help you with the elimination diet. We help you customize and individualize your nutrition. You're going to figure out what foods work best for you. There is no healthy diet. Forget the fucking healthy diet. I have a healthy diet. I eat really healthy. Tell me what you eat. Dog shit, dog shit, dog shit, cat shit, dog shit, monkey shit, and then more fucking dog shit. And it's a healthy diet. What, protein bars and like chef salad? Fucking mook. Han Store. Papa Swolio. Yeah, parasites. Who the fuck knows what that guy's got going on in his stomach? Papa Swolio, what is the best way to change bad habits? Well, you have to you have to set multiple habits because you have to change. You have to figure out what these habits, where they come from, and undo the bad habit and then create a new one in its place. You can't just have emptiness. So a good book is James Clear, Atomic Habits. I recommend you read that. It's a great way to reform your life. But bottom line, it's the action. It's the action. You also don't have to get that analytical. You can just change your habit. But you have to do it small. Really small. Start really small. MTech2, Papa Soy, what hair products do you use? I use bull cream on my body. I use scalp seed on my scalp, and I use Mane Gains on my locks. I say that kind of teasingly because we announced recently that we're launching those 3 body care products. So that's what I actually use, and looking forward to their upcoming official release. Teased that out with the Swole fam a couple weeks ago, so very excited to let you know more. We sought for more, Papa Swolio. So I've been in the gym like 5 months. I'm trying to better myself. I'm losing focus. Help. Good. You've been in the gym for 5 months. That's great. It's not a lot either, but that's great. Trying to better yourself. You're losing focus. Nope. You just keep going. You keep going. Get on a program. Execute the program. You need support, people around you, and a quality program. Join us over at swolenormousx.com and start our programs in the Swolenormous app and lock yourself in. Commit and follow through. And its purpose, it's specific actions for long-term benefit. You're not losing focus. You're just telling yourself that. You're trying to justify quitting. Or you don't have a specific goal, but your goal should be the execution, and it should be challenging yourself every day. That should be part of your goals, is putting in the work. And that is the goal in itself. The work is the goal in itself. We're all going to make different levels of gains, and you're going to build some muscle, and eventually we're all going to be in the ground. So, but the goal is the execution. The goal is the training. The goal is that it got done. That's the goal. And you need people around you. You look around and that's one of the issues when people start these things online sometimes. You know, they have different challenges and things that people do. They start them, it's remote. No one around them takes care of their health. You know, people that are actually looking to invest in their health and do better for themselves. It's a small community. We find it because we kind of insulate ourselves without exposing ourselves to like retarded people. So we show up in the Swole fam and here on the podcast, and you have your own other communities and shows and things that you listen to and books you read and things that you're interested in. But it's not a lot of people. So fortunately we have the internet and we have the way to connect to other people that have similar interests. But it's frustrating because locally around you, and you have these little cells, individual cells. And people start these things and then they just get worn down like erosion, water on a rock, and they're just getting bashed by like, family, and everything's pulling them back and pulling them in the opposite direction. So you really have to insulate yourself. And a lot of people, they're not physically around anyone that thinks like that. And it's hard to live in the matrix when you're like trying to break free and it's just like, oh my God, this is a fucking disaster. And then once you do break free, it's like, I can't be around it at all. Bailé el mono. A Papasuolio. I'm too tired to go to a gym, the fottuta palestra. Work take the best of me. How I survive this, huh? I just heard that. I heard that. I heard that voice. Papa Swole, I'm too tired to go to the gym. Work takes the best of me. How to survive this? I hear you, Mr. Mono. I hear you. Mono. Go first. You're like, but I try. I know you're Italian. But I have to get up super early for work. We'll get up early and go to the gym. Do it first before you're wiped out. People think about that and like, oh my God, I'm also getting up early, even earlier already. Go to sleep earlier. Invest in yourself first. Even if you just can't, whatever do something in your house. Like do like a 15, 20 minute like yoga, like do something first in your house. And get a couple things like a home gym and just smash some steel first thing and then go to work. You do it first. You're always going to be, you're going to be tired. And look, a lot of times work, and I know people have physical jobs, but a lot of people, even with physical jobs, you adapt to that type of physicality. I know I've had very physical jobs. You get used to doing physical things. So you adapt to that. You're not getting progressive overload, but a lot of times jobs are exhausting just because the mental, someone's telling you what to do, or you're doing a task you don't really like. That's why you have to make the best of it and really do your best and focus on the act of doing your best as, getting out of the boredom or sometimes the mundane tasks. If you do everything to the best of your ability, it's that integrity with yourself. You're doing your best at whatever you do, and things are temporary in life. So it might just be a temporary phase in your life. But if work's taking the best, work's not really taking the best of you. Don't think about it like that, because then you're just setting yourself up for failure. Like work sucks everything out of you. You're giving work the best of you. That's what's really happening. Work takes the best of me. No, you're giving work the best of you. Like you're giving your energy to that job instead of investing it in yourself first. So if you're proactive and you train first, you're giving the best of you to the workout. And then it'll make it easier for you to go to your other job. And then you've already given the best to yourself. And then work can have its share. That's how I would look at it. So if your job is physical, cool. Get your physicality for your body in first, and then work can take the rest. So you're a little bit less strong one day, and you just, you're... It's like people ask, like, well, I'm lifting 50 pound, like, okay. I'm lifting 50 pound bales. And like, I get it. I've had physical jobs. Okay. So guess what? When you go to the fucking gym and you progressively overload, you're not lifting 100 pound bales, but you should be able to lift 100 pound bales and 200 pound bales and 300 pound bales or barrels or whatever the fuck you want, or boxes. It's like, cool. I lift 50 pound boxes all day. Okay. And then 60 will break your fucking back. So why don't you go to the fucking gym first, get stronger, and then you're able to lift those boxes much easier. They're not as heavy when you get stronger. And you maintain your fucking health because it's like focused activity. That just becomes a new baseline for the body, and it's like cardio. And plus it's a lot of repetitive movement. So people don't realize, you're bending over a certain way and turning a certain way. Certain muscles are getting worked a lot and certain ones are getting underworked, and then you have like back pain because you're not turning both directions. You're not turning to your right, you're only just turning left, turning left, turning left, turning left, and eventually you have neck pain because you have your left lat, or external rotator, or internal, intercostal is tight, so your body's been twisting for 25 years, and your right neck starts locking up because it's been pulling the other direction, trying to balance it out. It's just things like that. So if you train first, and practice mobility, that's going to be a stronger adaptation than the repetitive movement. Like, you can balance that out. But you don't get that balance. You just go and do whatever repetitive movement you normally do for your work. I'm physically active, and you stay the same your whole life, and then you get imbalances, and you have pain and then injuries because you're not training everything. You think you are. You're not just doing physical activity and you're psychologically drained. It's not how you want to spend your day. That's how you're making money, which is fine, which is good. You need to do that. We all do. But that's not that kind of activity doesn't benefit your health in that sense. It's not for you. It's taking out of you. Give to yourself by doing it first. Okay, let's get into some balls deep. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's deep. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's do a couple videos. Let's go a couple of videos. Let's see what we got here. All right. Do we have any appetizers? No, we're just going to jump right in. We'll keep to our theme. We'll do the shortest one first. This one's called skinny shaming versus fat shaming.
What's in the box?
Big, you dumb bitch. You called me unhealthy. So that literally just exposed your ass right there. I knew I'd catch your ass. Because big and unhealthy are not the same thing. We do not exist in the same body. I'm not the same height as you. I don't have the same muscle mass as you. So who the fuck are you talking to? And then on top of that, y'all are too comfortable sitting here speaking on people's bodies who exist in bigger bodies. Just because you've seen the proportions of my head doesn't mean that's the proportion of my whole body. Your girl cousins and your sisters literally show my picture to their doctor. They want to be built like me so bad. So what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah. That being big is unhealthy. Because last I checked, losing 100 pounds, I'm the healthiest I've ever been in this life. So y'all think y'all can speak so freely on people?
I don't know what this accent is.
And Eugenia look like twins. That's why you stepped up. That's why you stepped up to the plate. But you didn't like that, did you? Because skinny doesn't equate to unhealthy. It's the way you carry it, bitch. Yeah. Because what the fuck?
What you just said.
What just happened?
Is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
What just happened?
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Goddamn. All right. Let's do this one. A public service announcement. Let's do this one. Let's see what's in the folder. Public service announcement to former fats. Former fats.
Okay, this is a message to all my fellow formerly fat people. Just because you
Your
are
fat
now
alma
in a
mater.
smaller body does not make you any more morally superior or any better than anyone who's in a bigger body. The amount of times that I scroll on social media and I see formerly fat people shaming or bullying currently fat people into trying to get them to change or as like some type of motivation to like start a health journey makes me so mad. Because as someone who spent the first 28 years of my life in a bigger body, guess what?
You were fat. You don't spend time in a bigger body. You spend time. When I spent time in a swoller body. But now I lost my gains. No. spending my time when I was spending my time in a larger. You know what I think that? You know what I think that? I think that you should say it like Jason Statham. I hear that. I spend time in a larger body. Spent time in a larger body. I never tried to do a Statham impression. The beekeeper, the fat keeper, or the swole keeper instead of the beekeeper. Spent time in a larger body. Such a weird thing to say.
Shaming, bullying never worked on me. In fact, it made things worse for me. It's like these people forget what it's like to be a fat person just because they're not a fat person.
No one forgets what it's like to be fat. Any of you in the comments, okay? I mean, and you don't have to be like, well, I'm not where I want to be, so I still consider myself fat. It's like, I get it. Sometimes you're just like, motivation, it's like, don't eat that fat ass, and you're thinking to yourself. But I mean, those of you that lost weight, let's say you lost 100 pounds, 50 pounds, you change your physical habits and you're much different than you were. Do you forget? You forget what it's like to be fat? Said no one ever. No one forgets that. Get the fuck out of here.
Anymore. And it's like, can you just read the room? I bring all this up because I just finished lunch and I was scrolling through social media and I saw this post from this creator. I'm not going to name any names.
I'm going to pause it again. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. People that have no desire, that never change their habits, that are just, they identify as being fat. They're usually weak-willed people. And I say weak-willed, but I mean, they don't execute. They're not disciplined. They haven't done it. So if you used to be fat and now you're not, and you understand the discipline and the dedication and the habits you have to change, you look at these people and you'd be in the comments like, you can fucking change this. You can do this. Just, step this up, blah, blah. They know tough love because they have to give it to themselves. You don't make these kinds of lifestyle changes without being tough with yourself. And being tough just means being realistic and being honest. And most of these people that are fat, they don't want to hear it. Oh, you're mean. They're not honest with themselves. They don't want to look at reality. They don't want to look at the facts. They don't want to take ownership for themselves. And so that you're mean. So you're mean and you're angry and, oh, you have to deal with your fat phobia and, all that fucking stupid bullshit. It's just that the people that are successful usually have that aura of, I don't give a, like, your feelings, like you have to just get off your fucking ass and do it, because they have that internal voice that they've told themselves. You have to listen to yourself. You have to be that own fucking asshole. You have to be the fucking conscience little, fairy on your shoulder. Like, hey, you need to fucking get off your ass and go train. No one forces me to lift. No one forces me to train. No one makes me train. No one does. Which is the most beautiful thing about it. No one makes me do what I do. I go and I train, I push myself because I'm subjecting myself to that. I'm challenging myself. I'm doing it. It's like that satisfaction of pushing yourself and knowing that you did it to yourself. Anyway, this is ridiculous. It's just people that have a tougher skin. They've fortified. They have that voice. They have that conscience. They have that, morality on their shoulder. They know what they stand for. They know what it takes. And then you have the weak ass people that, oh, you're being mean to me. If your feelings are hurt based on reality, it's like, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, I don't fucking care. That's your problem.
But he's sitting in his car, first of all, eating a bunless Wendy's cheeseburger, which that's a choice. But he's sitting there preaching to his camera, just being like, you just need to have discipline. You just need to do it. You just need to get it done. Life is so much better when you're not in a bigger body, when you just have the discipline to change your life. Mind you, he says in his video, I started off in a bigger body. I lost all the weight. I regained it and now I lost it again. So it's not that easy, sir, is it? It's not that easy. Shaming and bullying someone into changing.
What is she talking about? I kind of missed the story. Was she talking about someone was making some fat person who was fat and then who gained and lost weight was eating fast food and making a video? I don't care about that. That person's opinion sucks anyway. What? I'm ending this video. It's 14 seconds left. I'm boom. I'm pivoting. Done. I don't want to hear that voice. I don't want to hear any more of that story. I don't need any of it. I'm glad it's incomplete.
What's in the box?
Done. Diet culture sucks. One more video and then we'll do a throwback.
So I know as well as anyone that diet culture sucks, and that diet culture does disproportionately harm people in larger bodies more than people in thin ones.
You know what I think does more harm than anything you just said? Those glasses. Those glasses. And I know that's coming from a dude right now that's wearing orange tinted blue blocking aviator glasses. However, these are awesome. Those are not awesome. Those are, what are you wearing? What in the actual fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
Are those cherries all over the shirt? What style is that? What is that? Where do you get a shirt like that? Where do you find that? What is it? Inquiring minds must know.
But we cannot keep pointing at any example of thin bodies and any example of weight loss and calling that diet culture. It's hypocritical, it's harmful, it's not helpful. There's all kinds of reasons why people live in smaller bodies, just like there's all kinds of reasons that people live in larger bodies, whether it's genetics, whether it's circumstances, whether it's health related. So we need to stop.
No shit. No fucking shit. Circumstances. Yeah, it's a circumstance of you eating trash and not taking care of your health. Whether it's health, what the fuck are you talking? There's a reason why some people are morbidly obese. It's because of health. It's because of circumstances. Yeah, the circumstance of you eating Twinkies and cake and fast food and soda and everything else. How about those circumstances? All right.
And this unkindness.
Unkindness.
Because diet culture is about the motivations and the consequences. It's about the sneaky messages to hero weight loss and hero thinness. And
it's, yeah, overcoming difficulties, changing habits, and now you're healthy because you exercise and you don't eat cake all the time.
Give status in society higher place to those people in smaller bodies. It's not about having a smaller body.
Oppressed.
It's not about losing weight. It's
You're
about
oppressed.
what we do to lose that weight.
You're
and
oppressed.
how we treat people when they lose it.
Yeah, they're
so
oppressed.
Whether you're in a large body or a small body, you can be part of campaigning for body positivity, body neutrality, fat liberation, all of those things that can help all of us live better in the world regardless of our body size.
Marxism. I love it. I am the victim. Whether you want it, whether you choose to take care of yourself or not. Oh, my feelings. Oh, my feelings. It's a throwback time. We're gonna end on a high note. We're gonna watch a couple funny edits. Let's check out this one. Oof. This one's gonna be rough.
Month, which really needs to be every month. And I remember when I was in a smaller body.
77 years ago.
When you were a baby? I remember when I was in a smaller body. I mean, I do. I was 10.
What I realized is that being in a smaller body was not liberating. I was completely trapped in an eating disorder.
You don't say.
Fear of being around food.
And now I'm not afraid of being around food. I eat everything I fucking see. Who does this remind me of? Is this like Piers Morgan in a wig? Like one of those Easter Island, you know, the Moai? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, there you have it, fam. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, let's do another one. Let's do one more. All right. One more.
my size,
That's a huge bitch!
my body does not really keep me from doing personal hygiene tasks.
Yummy!
There's nothing wrong if you need assistance. There are medical devices that can be used to help you wipe, such as a little stick type thing. As far as showering, I have a shower chair that I can sit down on, and then I can extend my limbs to make sure that I can get everywhere.
Sad. That's fucking sad.
They do have loofahs like on a stick and devices like that that you can use to help get everywhere if that's something you struggle with.
Those things are useful if you make sick fucking gains you can't reach in the middle of your back. So some of those things are not just, you don't have to be morbidly obese to use them.
I also sometimes shower with my partner, who will get those hard to reach areas for me.
What the fuck is that?
I got a partner. Does that mean it's another woman? You don't call a man a partner. No one calls, no, I'm not a fan of that. You don't say, no, husband or wife. You don't do partner. My partner. Come on. It's weird. It's weird to use that term. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that phrasing. I don't know what you guys think about that. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it. My partner. My partner. No, sir. I don't like it. Swole card time. Here we go. Gains. Hashtag gains. Are you ready? Gains.
Mr. Strickland!
Let's give this swole card away. Who be dropping? Scroll. All right. Today's winner is LET123. Congratulations. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swolecard 3310 in the subject, your mailing address. In the bio of the email. We're just spamming the chat now. Why are we spamming the chat? Calm your tits in the chat. Fam, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And man, that was a wild ride. Some interesting questions, some interesting topics, but we made it through. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for the FEFcast, and we'll probably be seeing you earlier in the day. And we will have an overtime segment. We'll do some throwback DWG, and we'll also have some brand new, never before seen balls deep edits. So that's going to be fun. And we'll see you tomorrow for who knows what's going to show up tomorrow. Who knows? No one knows. But we'll see you then. And join the fam over at swolenormousx.com to access all the training programs, yoga, meditation, so much more. And then we still have 20% off all merch over at papaswolio.com. So go check it all out. New drops this past Monday if you haven't checked it out. Brand new Lion King. Circle of Lift is fire. And I can't wait to get mine in. So thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.